so tonight we're going to talk about Lab 3, Introduction to Motion. How's everybody doing today? Okay, so the first thing we got to do is I want to go over what the motion detectors are. This is a motion detector. Okay. This is a Logger Pro. Some of you may have used them in some other classes. Okay, how do we hook this up? Well, first of all, let's start with the Logger Pro. Here we got to think that there's 3 connections you have to make. This is applicable for the rest of the lab, so pay attention. The first is power. Now you'll notice at each of your lab stations there's these red connectors here. These are the ones you want to use. If it isn't red, you're dead. Okay? Because you do not want to use the other connectors. Those are 12-volt connectors, and even though they fit on here, they're not supposed to. And if you put them on here, you'll burn the thing up, and Greg will come over and kill you. And I will laugh. Okay, the next thing is USB connector. It goes into the little USB connection. Now, some people every once in a while come up to me and say, there's no USB connection here. That's because there's this little sliding door here. And you have to uncover it. So if you don't see it, that might be why. Got it? Okay, so we got 2. The third one. I'm sorry, I forget your name again. What's your name again? What's your name? Justine. Come here, Justine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Justine is going to demonstrate this here. Now, Justine, I want you to take this thing here, this connector here, and hook it into channel 1. Could you do that for me?
No.
You may be right. See, Justine doesn't seem to be able to do it.
No.
Why is that, Justine?
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. So what should you do if it doesn't fit? Maybe you should look on the other side at the other connectors, the ones that say DigSonic 1.
There you go.
All right, now try that, Justine.
Perfect fit.
Very good. So here's the point. If it doesn't fit, you must quit. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the O.J. Simpson trial. If it doesn't fit, you're on the wrong side. All right, now here's the other thing that people, all the time they come over to me and they say, it doesn't work. And that's because they hooked it into DigSonic 2, where it does fit. But in almost all these labs, the motion detector goes into DigSonic 1. All right?
Okay, well, I will definitely not forget this next week.
Yeah, I don't think you will. Ever, actually. So that's how you hook up the motion detector. The motion detector cable goes all the way over to the end of this thing here, the other end. Now, it's very important that you put the white end of the motion detector into, see the white connector? Into the Logger Pro. The white end, on the other hand, goes to the motion detector. So you got that? White end to the Logger Pro, other white end to the motion detector. Somebody's not going to get that, right? Okay, so it's like that. Now you're almost all ready to go. At the top of the motion detector, you'll see this little switch that goes up and down or left to right, depending on which way you're looking at it. If you look at it, you'll see one of them has like this big thing like this, like that, and the other one has like this. These are the cone zones. The way these things work is they have areas where they can detect motion. Now, if you put it on the narrow cone zone, it can only detect motion in that cone right there, whereas the wide cone, it'll be a lot bigger, like that. You want to make sure that you stay in the cone zone. Okay? Don't go outside the cone zone. So, for example, in this lab, because of what we're going to be doing, you probably want it on the wide cone zone most of the time. Now, in other labs where we use the tracks, you're going to want to use it on the narrow cone zone. Okay? So, we'll start by having it in the wide cone zone. So how are we going to do this? Well, I'll show you how you operate the computer program in a bit. But basically, you put this thing somewhere, and you get one of these pieces of cardboard. And you hold it in front of you. Now, it works best when you have a flat surface like this. And what you're going to try to do is match the profile, position that the Logger Pro shows you on the screen of the computer when you load it up. It's really not that hard. except for the first 3 or 4 times when you do it when you look like a complete idiot. Some of you may not have any problem with that part, looking like a complete idiot, I mean. So you walk backward, and you walk forward. That's a joke too. Okay? I walked forward when I said I was walking backward. I don't think they got it. Do you think they got it? I don't. Okay. And you try to match the screen. Now what your lab partner is going to be telling you to go forward and back and so forth like that. Okay? Now he or she is going to want to make you look like an idiot. Again, some of you already have a head start in that department. Okay? So what you're going to do is you also want to be able to see the screen if you can, so you can follow it on the computer. We'll go over that in just a minute. All right? And then don't worry, you'll get your revenge, because then you get to be the one telling him what to do, and you can make him look like an idiot. Once you do this a couple times, you'll get the hang of it. It's pretty easy. Now, each lab station has different areas where you'll be your area of operation, and you want to stay out of everybody else's area, okay? And trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about with respect to the motion detectors. No, I don't think so. Cut. Hit the red button. The red button? Yeah, yeah, the red button.